that border around there, it allows me to, I don't know, it just looks, I just like the way it looks. I like the way the border looks. I don't always use it, but I just like the way it looks. So you can use that as your border. All right. And remember when I talked to you about the title? See the title up here? ML Seekers Training Strategy, ML Review. Okay. There you go. Exactly what I was talking about in actuality. Okay. So I can center this up and put it where I want it to be, and so forth and so on. The only thing about doing the HTML, sometimes it shows up, once you view it, it shows up like off the page a little bit. Not off the page, but off centered. You know, so you just got to play with it until you get it to be where you want it to be. Okay, see, bam, it's centered. I've done this for a while, so I kind of know when it's going to be centered and when it's not going to be centered. But anyway, there you go. All right, so I was looking at the page, and this kind of looks small, so I want to make this bigger. I don't know why. It says 14. Okay, there you go. And then I just bring this down. So you see all the movement that I'm doing on this page. If I was doing this movement, I would probably hit this. See the lock button comes up? Probably hit that white background, and that white background it messes you up. Okay, that's the problem there. So you don't want to use that white background. So let me just kind of look at it real quick, see how it looks. There you go. Everything's centered. All right, William Love, be quiet. So everything's kind of centered. You're kind of seeing what it's looking like. All right, so kind of get an idea of it. All right. So what's next? Underneath that, I'm trying to give somebody, give them a slight call to action. All right. Is that what I want to do? Yep. I'm gonna call to action here, and bang. Let's put that underneath this video. And your video is actually one of the things that that you want to understand when you do this is you want to sell the click. That's all you're doing, is you're selling the click. And what I mean by selling the click is you're selling them to go and put their information in. You're doing enough to sell the click. And you might hear some of the top guys talk about that also. You know, we talk about selling the click because that's what you're doing. I actually went to see one of the greatest examples I saw about selling the click is I went to see a movie, and in the previews there was a lot of different scenes that weren't in the movie. Literally were not in the movie. So what they did was, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like false advertisement, but I'm not telling you to do false advertisement. What I'm telling you to do is to sell a click, but literally sell it. Do it with good information, good content, and sell a click. Fill out the form and get instant access to the income formula used by the top producers in the industry. Okay? Let's see. Okay, and you're selling the click. You want to get people to click on that button. Now you can do it with graphics. You can do it with some other things. Right now, I'm just kind of keeping it very simple as a lead capture page for you. I check my page often just to kind of look at things there. Now this is one thing that I notice about Blue Voda. Sometimes it comes up a little funky like this, so you just kind of gotta get it to where you want it to be. You might have to drop things down a little bit further just so they don't overlap. But it will kind of look crazy here sometimes, but it won't show up on that page like that. That's the only quirky thing that I've found about Blue Voda. All right, that's it. I mean, it could be many things, many challenges that one could have, but this is the only problem I've seen happen with Blue Voda. Okay, so I want to kind of make this. I want to put a little bit bigger font on that and move it up a little bit more so it's. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like why it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, again, I'm not doing copywriting. I am just putting this information together so you can see it. Okay. William Love. I wanted to put this quick video together because let's move it down a little bit. All right, So there you go. Now, if you remember from one of the videos, if you're following along in the videos, we talked about putting together a sign-in form. And a sign-in form is very, very key, because you want to use that sign-in form to capture the people's information. So here's what you want to do. You want to get you an HTML, okay? You've already signed up with your autoresponder, hopefully. And then signing up with your autoresponder, you now go here, and I told you the autoresponder that I use. You go here, and what you're going to find is you go back to your autoresponder, and I talked to you about that a little bit before. You go grab the code that's in your autoresponder for your form. Okay, so I walked you through all that. You could just refer back to that video for that. Okay, so this is my form, and I go grab it. Okay, I paste it in here. I grabbed it from my autoresponder, and here we go. Be quiet. All right. So now remember, I talked to you about the form, being able to change the color and everything like that. You can change the color of your form. You can do all that. I'm keeping this pretty generic for right now, because I don't want to get too deep into HTML coding and things like that. That's not what I'm here for. But that's not what this video is for. But I am going to make some adjustments in this code so you can follow along with me. All right. So let's go to this code. Let's open it up. All right. Let me see. I want to go to do I want to change that? Just keep it real simple for you guys, because I'm not trying to confuse anybody. You see where it says border? I'm gonna get rid of this border just because. So remember I talked to you about HTML colors, F, and I think that's all white. That'll make it all white. The other thing I want to get rid of is this right down here, email marketing you can trust. I don't need that. All right, just get rid of that. Bam, get rid of that. And let's go here. Oh, see, here's what I would change. Right here where it says submit. And you type anything in there. You want to drive people to the click. So I put in here free access. I've also put in there, give it to me now, or give me my report now, anything like that. Enter free, give me my free access, something like that. Okay, so let's take a look at it, see what it looks like here. See, no background, free access. All right, so I made that change there. So I'm just going to center this up a little bit so it can be nice and centered for you. All right, so let me see. I didn't really go where I wanted it to go, so go here, move it over some more. And this is the one thing, like I said, about Blue Voda. Sometimes you gotta make some adjustments. And I don't know if it's just Blue Voda or if it's any what you see is what you get type of deal. But you see, I'm getting close. A lot of times I will put a border around here. Okay, a lot of times I will put a border around here because you'll see some of my pages, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and let me see, insert image and image files. I'm going to go grab something here because we're talking about high conversion. We're talking about people clicking on here, and you want people to do it. So let me give you something.